All right, y'all, we are back. Welcome to February. We just had our new moon and we're in a new month and in a new year, and it is great. We had the Chinese New Year, the new month, and the new moon all at the same time. So freaking excited. Saturday was also Bridget's Day. For those of you who are, interestingly enough, you can be pagan or Catholic and still work with Bridget. She's an amazing goddess. One of her things is actually candle making, which I have right over here. I make these amazing hand-dipped beeswax candles. Oh, these are vanilla honey with lavender, and they smell so good. Different pricings for different sizes. Currently I have them as cheap as $12 and as expensive as $25, and they do come in sets at this time. So it just basically depends on how much flowers on them you want. If you want them to be 100% beeswax, then they will still have the beeswax smell, but they're not going to have the other smells in them. The scented candles do have a small amount of shea butter. You have to have something like that in them for the scent to carry. I don't make the rules. That's just the way it goes. And I do have them regular and magically imbued. All right, guys, how has your week been treating you? I have had such an amazing week. We have had snow. And now we're right back up to 60 degrees. I have been working on my Reiki more and more, so that way I can just, be the best and show up the best that I can for you. Not the best in the whole world. I mean, I wish, but so that way I can be my best. This is going to be a very interesting week coming up. Someone is jumping timelines. Someone is changing the trajectory of their life this week, and you may not even realize that it's you. It may even be the smallest decision. For someone, it may even feel like a very inconsequential decision. I need to get a ring light or something, but it may feel like a very inconsequential decision that brings you to that point. Do I turn left? Do I turn right? Do I get my coffee from Starbucks, or do I get it from, the local coffee shop today? What have you. You never know what's going to put you in that position where you meet the right person, or you find the right business, or just that door opens for you. All right, so here we go. The beginning of this week, so this is February 3rd through the 9th. So we're going to start with Monday, Tuesday, we have the World and 7 of Cups. And I'm going to put this up one by one so you can look at these cards individually. 7 of Water, 7 of Cups. Aren't they so cute? I love this deck. I'm going to read to you what I have written down for these. You have remained loyal to yourself on your path, even in the darkest of times when the path was not clear. Through wisdom, through instinct, and through sheer determination, you have reached the next plateau. And as the clouds part and the sun shines through, illuminating the next few steps, you look forward and see choices. Lots and lots of choices. Like, which way do I go? What do I do? You are, you've got a lot of different things coming up for you. You are a very intelligent person, so maybe these are different like ideas that you have for projects. Maybe they're different pathways people are trying to take you down, or just some of the different like things that we get caught up with in life. Do I want to be a world famous belly dancer? Do I want to be a world famous tarot reader? Do I want to do Reiki on animals? Do I want to travel the country? Do I want to start a family? We have so many different things that we want to do. It can be very like mind-boggling when we are closing out one chapter, we're walking into the next, and then just boom, this like hits you like a ton of bricks. Like, oh my God, there are so many things. What do I choose? Whenever I see this card, I am the Seven of Cups. I am reminded of the song, What's This? From Nightmare Before Christmas with Jack. Whenever he discovers there's a whole world outside of Halloween Town. And he's singing like, what's this? What's this? What's this? And that really sums this card up because he kind of gets off track with what he was, his intention was, and ends up stirring up a little bit of chaos. And that is the pure definition of that card. Is not every single one of these is gonna be the thing that you need. One of these cats may be the perfect kitty, but if you try to take all of them home, it's gonna be utter chaos. Some of you may already have find yourself in a position where you're already committed to all of these, and now you have to sort it out. How do we make room for everything? How do we give everything the right amount of attention that it needs so it can grow and it can blossom? And don't forget about yourself. You need attention and love and investment so you can grow and you can blossom too. So it's really a matter of which one of these things truly aligns with our purpose. So going back to the things that we talked about at the beginning of this year, remembering your why. Remembering why you started this path, remembering what your ultimate goal is for this year, and how you've broken it down into bite-sized pieces. So get out your journal entries from the beginning of January or maybe even the end of February, because that may come in handy for you this week if you feel like you're getting a little off track. Speaking of off track, we have the Ten of Fire, or the Ten of Wands. Isn't he so majestic? Oh, isn't he so majestic? I love the Saint Bernard. We don't have many in Florida, which is probably a good thing. The poor guys would sweat to death, but I mean, he is strong and proud and capable. And the story with the Saint Bernards is they would carry like whiskey and maybe some other like supplies with them. That's what that little barrel is around their neck. And they would go out and find people that had gotten lost in the blizzards and give them the whiskey. Helps the blood flow when you're, because it thins it out, so it helps your blood flow, preventing gangrene, frostbite. He's a really helpful dog. Curls up next to the person, helps warm them up. Look into the Saint Bernard. Wonderful. Anyways, I'm getting off track. But that's what I saw whenever I saw this card, was how majestic this guy is. It wasn't so much the focus of what people typically talk about with the Ten of Wands, of being overburdened and yada yada. And yes, that is part of the message. But I want you to remember that this is a labor of love. This is not supposed to be just a straight up burden. And then we have the moon card here, which is also super duper cool. I love the way that they have shown this moon card. The moon is asking us to trust our intuition. We may need to do some like inner work, some things from the subconscious might be kind of popping up. Those of you who are trying to do work like opening your third eye and things like that, it comes with a certain level of responsibility because you're going to feel so much more aware of everything that's going on. Right now, I'm going to read for you what I have written for the 10 of Wands and the moon card. Not everyone can do what you do. You have a million great ideas. You have a million great ideas, and each one is going to take some work to carry out. Try to narrow things down to what is most urgent, what can be knocked off the list in 2 minutes, and what may be a little bit further down the road. Developing a timeline for some of your projects and things might be beneficial as well. Take time to delegate responsibility, weed out distractions, and plan ahead. This will save you time and money in the long run. And who doesn't like time and money? One of the things that I also thought with this is somebody needs to hear this. Piss poor planning on their part does not constitute an emergency on your part. So keep that in mind as well. There are people out there who, everybody's problems seem very unique and very, very important to that individual in which they are. But sometimes when people bring you their problems, they just want others to fix it for them and don't want to actually do any of the work. And there's just some work that can't be done by other people. You have to do it. And I feel like some of you have people in your life who just want people to do, they want to delegate things out that are really their responsibility. So it may need you to kind of sit down and think about those things. Pause for the cause while you get yourself sorted before you hit burnout. You've already got enough of your own shit to carry. You don't need to carry everybody else's. Don't let this labor of love turn into a mental health crisis. All right. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is when it gets exciting. What you got going on? Okay. King of Cups. Look at him, so kingly. I love this little penguin guy. It says, this is about warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So this is speaking directly from the heart. This is taking other people's feelings and emotions into account, but most importantly, taking your own feelings and emotions into account. So we have the King of Cups and the Two of Wands. So using your heart as you look forward, there's some choices coming up. This week is all about choices. Trying to figure out which direction to go, how to plan ahead, that sort of thing. You might be coming up on a crossroads in your life that will require both emotional maturity and decisive action. Take your emotional well-being into account. What feeds your soul? The next cards that came along with that, very interesting, are the Magician and the Five of Air, or Five of Swords. I'm going to hold these up individually so you can see the cards. Be alert to the hidden agendas of others. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have people plotting against you, But it does mean that, I mean, people are people and they're going to serve themselves first on the grand scheme of things. I'm speaking in generalized terms here, not every single person, but people are people, and you know, we all have a tendency to look out for ourselves first. So be aware of that there may be some people in your life that are trying to get you to make a decision that's based more so in their best interest, and they haven't even considered what that may do to you. Part of life is taking responsibility for our yeses and our nos. What are you saying yes to? What are you saying no to? And are you vocalizing that enough? Know that you are in control of your life. You are divinity manifest, which means you are the divine manifested into a human body. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are the God. You are God manifest as human, or you are a child of God. Depending on however you want to say it, slice it, it all is the same damn pie. All right, quit splitting hairs. Follow me. All right. You are divinity manifest, and if you don't like the direction a path is taking you, you can certainly change paths. If you don't like the way a path is taking you, you can always change the paths. You do not have to get into this tug of war fight with people over resources, mainly your time and energy, if they're not being respectful of healthy boundaries. But with the moon card, that is you taking the time to really, how have you been expressing your boundaries? Have you just been available 24/7 for people? Or do you find, that you feel like you're missing out if you don't do these things? Are you worried about what other people feel and think, so much so that you're not making decisions for your own well-being? People are jumping timelines this week. People are making decisions that are going to be beneficial for their own future. But understand that with every great idea that you decide to take charge of, that it comes with responsibilities, it comes with the actions. Every time we say yes to something and then we don't follow through, it can kind of eat away at us just a little bit. So make sure that you have the time, the energy, and the resources to follow through on the things that you say yes to. I've always been a big fan of the whole, if you build it, they will come. And sometimes you do have to just throw yourself out there and see what happens. Like, I don't feel like you ever really truly learn something until you really put your hands on it and take it apart and figure it out. But this week it's gonna be more about what is one of your projects and then what's just a distraction. So I don't think that many of you have nefarious, bad, evil people in your world, but I think sometimes we have kind of let the people in our world become a distraction or distract us with their problems and their responsibilities. When you have your own responsibilities that you need to tend to, help people when you can, absolutely, that's what we're here for as humans, but not at the detriment or folly of your own life purpose. All right, guys, I hope this made sense. I hope this helped. If you're having some problems trying to balance things out and trying to sort things out, Reiki may be the answer for some of your questions. Reiki is a very wonderful tool to help process big emotions. For those of you that have never tried Reiki, the setup is very similar to massage, but except for you don't have to take your clothes off, and I don't even have to touch you. I create a very warm, kind, supportive environment. I help assist channel energy from the great beyond. That is from the divine, that is healing, that is nurturing. And it really does help rejuvenate us, mind, body, and soul. And so that may be just the very thing that you need to get you through this week. I have appointments available for in-person and virtual appointments as well. Reiki does work virtually. I can even do the virtual appointments while you sleep, so you don't have to do anything. If you're nervous about it or worried, like, know that I can even provide that service for you while you're sleeping, and it still have 100% the same effect of being here in the office. But yeah, if you have more questions about that, please hit me up at www.moonlightmystictarot.com. I can't wait to see you there. And guys, please do me a big solid and like, subscribe, share, do all of those social media things. If you can share the silly memes, if you can share the silly cat videos, you can share this video. All right, guys, I love you. Hope you have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.